Alright guys, this is a review of the Tallboy 3 2016 in the plus size version. So it's a 27 plus size version. So it has the Fox Elite Fork 34, Ultimate TLM brakes, SRAM XO 1x11 setup, and race face cranks with a shock float DPS rear shock and RockShox reverb. Recon tires right now that are set up tubeless. I'm running about 14 psi in the front and 14 in the rear. Running about 30% sag in the fork and 20% sag in the rear. A few clicks of low speed compression dampening in the fork, and on the rear a few clicks of rebound dampening in the rear. Same with the rebound for the front fork. I weigh about 180 pounds, and let's take it out for a ride. This is my third or fourth ride. I've had it for about a week, so I've had plenty of time to dial it in. I'm kind of liking the setup right now. Okay, this is Los Penasquitos Canyon, and we're starting from the Lopez Trailhead. So let's get started. It's a fun little downhill section here. Nothing real technical, but just super fun. Really sporty ride on this bike. It's not real cushy, but plus size tires really help grip on some of these flat type corners with the loose over hard pack. I do have to watch out for hikers coming your direction on this trail. Whew. I love the DT Swiss hubs. These are the 350. Focus here a bit. A bad light. You can see a pretty rugged trail. Bumpy. All stuff that really tests out this bike. Good stuff though. Really handle that well. Flat on the flat stuff. You can see the shock moving up and down, but you don't feel the pedal bob while you're pedaling. So the short punchy climb come up here. So I'll leave it in an open setting and I'll try to mash up here. You can feel the tire skid a little bit when you mash on it. Suspension's doing a good job holding it together. Whew. So punchy climbs coming up here. I'm just gonna stay seated, open position, and easily done. For the bike, for me, no. A little ups and downs here, but suspension works pretty awesome on gripping. We have a steep grapevine road coming up here. So I'll leave it in an open setting and stay seated so you can see pretty steep up. Plenty of traction right now. Just gotta sit and grind up. So I'm slow pedaling to try to get my heart rate back down, but what I do like about this new suspension is when you pedal, you actually move forward, but the suspension stays active. So it follows the shape of the trail, you know, and really hugs the terrain. Really nice. Really nice. I don't feel any pedal feedback, but I'm not running, you know, really rough trails to notice it. Well, on these kind of trails I ride in San Diego, this setup right now is pretty perfect. This is what I do about 95% of my rides. So, not real technical stuff, but a lot of pedaling. The plus side, very attractive because it does tone down all that trail chatter on something with skinnier wheels. And this suspension is really nice. Kind of liking it. I've had VPPs in the past and very flexy in the rear. Was not happy with it, but this version seems really nice. The longer reach, different. Feel like I'm more centered in the bike on the descents. I do like the steeper seat tube angle. Does make a nice being seated center on the seat instead of the nose of the seat when you climb up hills. Okay, so as you can see, I'm on pavement, and the good thing about these new suspension, like forks and shock, it actually has a pretty heavy dampened circuit because it really feels like it's locked out. So that's really nice for these kind of stuff where you have to pedal on pavement. If you're wondering, yes, it pedals like a plus size bike on pavement. Here's some nice flowy stuff here. Not real technical, but stuff that this bike really tracks really well. Steering is quick. It's not sluggish. I think acceleration in corners is a little behind, say, a 29er, fast 29er, but not bad at all. You do enter corners a little faster. You're able to hold it a little bit more, so I think it makes up for the acceleration. All right, the low bottom bracket that this bike has is not really an issue for where I ride, the kind of riding I do, but it is low and works really well for a lot of the flat corner stuff here in San Diego. So hill striking isn't an issue, but I like it. Here's kind of more how I ride here in PQ. Some good fun single track stuff. Really can dig in the corners really well with these plus size bikes, and the short travel on this bike really works out well. Whew. Okay, little downhill section here.
Taking advantage of the plus size bike, just kind of right through the ruts. Alright guys, this is pretty much the end of my ride. My conclusion for the type of riding, this is a perfect bike. And the reason I'm doing this video is because I just didn't, when I was researching this bike, I didn't see a lot of videos on the 27 plus version of this. I gotta say, this VPP is nice. It's very small bump compliant, yet very efficient in pedaling. It's hard to explain. I mean, I feel like when you pedal, it just wants to keep going forward, but it still tracks the trail really well. As you saw in that last down section, I did wash out. Scraped up my knee a little bit, but it's one of the things with the plus size bike. I think it gives you a little overconfidence through a corner, and I kind of overcooked it. Had a couple of bad lines, and and the result was going down. But it's all good. Still really digging this bike. I hope this helps answer some of the questions people have about this bike. The other thing is, in the open setting on the rear shock, I have it on the, Fox has that new little dampener switch for the open setting, and it's set at number 1. All right, that's it guys. Hope you enjoy it.